I am going to be making League of Legends in Unity. But instead of beautiful art like this, we're going to be using cubes. A whole lot of cubes. Unity Nav Mesh has this really cool feature where you can actually make multiple layers of nav mesh. So our game plan is to make a separate one for the player, named the player layer, and then we're going to leave our original layer as the minion nav mesh layer. Next up, we need to make our player camera. We're going to have a simple top-down camera that can be moved by pushing the edges of the screen exactly how League does and snap back to the player with a single button click. Before we continue working on the camera though, we need to make the player actually able to move along his nav mesh. To do this, we're going to use our first script of this video and do a little bit of logic that simply moves the player to where a hit point is on the mouse's position. This is quite literally the simplest way to move a player in a top-down view, but for what we need, it should work fine for now, and I can always change it later if I want to do something more complex. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of behind the scenes of how easily things can go wrong, but how easy they can also be to fix, so never panic when you have problems. Turns out I forgot to delete the original camera that Unity comes with in every scene, and it was listed as the main camera, so we'll just remove that and tag our player camera as the new main camera. Now as you can see, we have a working movement and camera follow, but the camera is not supposed to rotate if you think of how League of Legends works. So we're going to quickly make a script just to hold that in place for now. And this is working very well for a quickly cobbled together system. However, we can definitely clean up a few more values and make it so the player turns faster and that everything just feels a little bit snappier. And this is officially version 1.0 of our movement system. As I started working on how to do a camera system like League of Legends, I forgot that I've used a free asset in the past called RTS Camera that works very well for this. If you are making a top-down game, highly recommend this and just expand on it a little bit by yourself. We can push the edges to move the screen, we can track the player if we want, we can do pretty much anything with this system. It is incredible for a free RTS camera system, and you can go edit the code if you want it to be even more. Now bear with me just a little bit longer, we are also going to do the minimap today and then we'll call it good. To do this we need another camera with a top-down view of the entire map and an image on our UI. We're going to make a render image in our actual assets and put the camera's view to go to that render image. Then we can put that render image on our UI image and we have a fully working minimap. Sounds confusing, but is very simple. Now we scale our canvas correctly and make everything look all pretty, and that is that. Final thing we have to do is make our minimap camera render a different layer of objects so that we can make a label on top of our minions and player since they're so small, so they're able to be seen on the minimap much easier. And our main camera won't render these because they're on a different layer. Next video will probably be about jungle camps and making minions actually fight each other. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe if you want to see the progress. This is going really fast so far, so I hope it keeps going at this pace, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.